Hi, crafty friends. Welcome actually to Vintage Craft and Chat on Day Trip Vintage Company. I'm so glad you're here today. Today we are going to be making Victorian inspired journaling tags, ephemera, that kind of thing for our junk journals or to use as gift tags. And we are digging into the Antiquarian Sticker Book, which I've been hoarding. I think I've only used two, up until this project, I've only used 2 stickers out of it, and that was to make Valentine ATCs like last year. So we are digging in, no more hoarding. We're going to be using all of our stuff this year in 2026. So when I turn the camera around, I'll do a little flip through. We'll flip through and look at all the great images. And it says on here, the book contains over 1,000 exquisite Victorian stickers. So there's some really good stuff in there. And then these are the 2 tags that were in the thumbnail. So you guys, last week, I said, well, I don't have anything planned for this week. And everybody unanimously was like, do Moody Valentine's Day. I don't know. I don't think I hit the mark, but this is as close as I could get to Moody Valentine's Day. And I also discovered I don't have any black paper in my stash. The only thing I could find were a few pieces of black washi paper. I had this whole thing where I'll do black, and I was thinking, natural history with like I have this whole thing, and I'm like, I don't have any black paper. So there is black, but it's sort of at a minimum. And this is my take. This is as close as I got. Let's see here. Let's say hello to all our friends. Oh, Kathy says she's looking at her mess and thinking, I really don't want to do this anymore. I have times where I think that as well. Especially because it's right here in our living room, and it's crazy. Sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, it's way, way, way too much. So I empathize with you, Kathy. I empathize with you. Leanne is here this morning. Hi, Leanne. Hello. Yes, Leanne. Yes, Leanne says, bless your mess. Bless your mess, Kathy. Because you make beautiful things. Beautiful things come out of your mess. Let's see, what did Angela say? She just got back home. So annoyed. Why are you annoyed? Went to get my new glasses, and I got there an hour after they were supposed to be open. Door was locked. Oh my goodness. Was it one of those like, Jim's been getting his glasses. Is it America's glasses? I can't remember. I feel like America is in the name. Oh, yeah, Leanne is saying, just so you know, ad plays over the first part of your live. So those of us who don't pay for ad-free miss your greeting and first minute or so. Okay, thank you for letting me know that, Leanne. Thank you. I do need to figure that out. I've started turning lives on, as many of you see here for Thursdays. I used to turn them on after. So as soon as we were done with the live, I would turn it after. And I may go back to doing that. As I said to Kathy, I put so much time into prepping and getting ready for our Thursdays and coming up with projects. So my thought was to monetize the whole thing, but I will, I need to take that into consideration. Let's see here. Angela says, Kathy, I have a mess to clean up too. It is constant. I need to find places for all the crafty stuff I received this week for my birthday. Yeah, it is a constant. Let's see. Oh, Vision Works. Okay. I wonder, maybe it's a chain. Maybe it's a chain. It's probably like the one Jim's been going to. Kathy says she got so much jewelry and fabric that I want to recreate with, but I'm stuck with the paper. Yeah, it's a lot. Plus you did all those great holders that you made for all your fussy cuts. So you are ready to go. Hi, Diane. Be safe. Diane is driving. Be safe. Just listen. Don't look. Just listen. Yeah, I do. I need to figure that out. I feel like Carrie, I forgot to ask her last week. I'm going to ask her because I feel like she probably knows more about it. She seems to be a much more techie than I am. In fact, that's like a fun segue. Hi, Khadijah. How are you? Hello, hello. Happy Thursday. I'm so glad you're here. I'll pull the prompt here in just a minute. Where's my little list of things? So I'm so excited. Whoops, I have to unclick on that. I'm so excited. Carrie, and that came out of last week. Carrie and I are going to be doing a Mardi Gras themed crafting live on Friday, February 13th. And I believe that's going to be at 12 p.m. Pacific, I think. So that would be 12, 1, 2, 2. So I think 3 o'clock Eastern. I'm very excited. It's going to be on my channel, and I will be working on the thumbnail for that this weekend, so I can send it to her, and I'll post on the community tab on Instagram and all that kind of stuff. But I need to channel Mardi Gras. And of course, Carrie is our Mardi Gras expert. What else do we have coming up? We have our crafty marathon, of course, which is coming up March 21st. And that is being hosted by Angela, dear Angela's Vintage here, and co-hosted by Christy of Tippy Weeks Vintage. And then also, I already have the thumbnail up for it. On February 17th, we will be working on our March layout for our vision board journals. So our little pockets and the things and goals and things we have for the month of March. And I think that's it. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to go ahead. Let me turn around the camera because I think it's easier. Let me put this over here when we do the prompt jar, and then I will show you my makes. I am caught up. I am officially caught up. My Logitech. There I am in the mess. All kinds of stuff to share with you guys today. Okay, so let's pull our prompt, and then I will do a real quick share of what I made. So I had to catch up with 3 this week. Last week we picked clusters, and I had nature and something new. Those were the things. Okay, drum roll. This is fun. Oh, I've been wanting to do something. So I wrote beach, or that was part of the printout. I made a big printout and cut all the prompts out, but I also added, it looks like here, I didn't remember doing that. I wrote in nautical ocean. So beach can be anything that you interpret beach to be. And of course, that also touches on the theme of nautical and ocean. I'm very excited. I'm very excited to do this one. I've come across so many great images in my books, and I think there's some really good ones in here too. Some antique images. So that will be a fun one to work on. And then just a quick little share. These are the clusters that I made. So I'll show you this little mini journal that I was working on. And these were a lot of the supplies that I had out working on that journal. And yeah, I love how these turned out. So I don't know if you can see, I had this big roll of, I don't know if it's liner or wallpaper. I've crafted with that a bunch over the years. It's a Waverly print. It's a really great print. It was something my mom had and I brought back from Wyoming. And so I used some of that as the backer. But I think if you have postage stamps and you don't know what to do with them, they are an instant focal point for clusters. I love crafting with postage stamps, and I think they just make it. I did have some of this corrugated, I don't know what it is. It's like a roll of corrugated cardboard. So I used a little bit of that. And of course, these are great scrap busters if you have little snippets of lace and ribbon and that kind of stuff. So they're kind of a little Victorian kind of vintage look. And then I also I had some little pieces of the Tim Holtz wallpaper. So I used that as backer for some of them as well. But once you get your little formula, they go together really quick and easy. So those are all the clusters. And these will probably turn up in a craft and chat. I think these would be fun maybe in the next month or so if we're working on some spring ephemera for our journals. And then this little sweet thing got me caught up with nature and something new. So nature just got me thinking about birds. I love the whole bird motif. I've never met a bird book or a Peterson field guide that I didn't grab and pick up. So I love including that sort of bird theme. And believe it or not, I made this out of a Dollar Tree time card. So that was the base of this little journal. Those are super, super, super inexpensive. You get huge packs of them at the Dollar Tree. And if you guys would like to, we could do a tutorial on this some week as well. Maybe it might have to spread over maybe 2 weeks. It did take me probably the better part of a day to put together, but of course, once you put one together, the rest of it kind of goes together much quicker. And again, you can see I had that Tim Holtz wallpaper out. The bird images came from, what did they come from? Let me grab, just so you know. It's kind of fun to see where the supplies of things come from. I have some of these Birds of America books in my stash, and both of them are really falling apart, but they have the cutest images. Aren't those cute? I mean, this in itself would make a great pocket, a great little tuck, a journaling card, that kind of thing. But I love the images. And again, I'm using my stash. First time I've crafted with some of those images. So that was kind of my jumping off point. And yeah, I just did a bunch of collage. I grabbed my Edith Holden book to add. You'll recognize there's some Tim Holtz die cut labels in here. These are, I found these online. It was an antique printable, like a nature type printable that had bird eggs. And I actually made these for a different project I was working on a couple years ago. I kind of had a different vision, and they were in a box over here at my little stash. So they're actually little kind of die cuts. I back them with cardstock, so they have a little bit of, kind of can't see, but they're a little bit raised there. And yeah, I just added some scrap papers and things that kind of went with the theme. And just, yeah, I even did some collage in the front. And then here's some more Edith Holden, some more of that wallpaper. Oh, and then here's the back of it. And this is the something new. So I had kind of shared with you guys, I was trying that technique where you take Scotch tape or cellotape, and I just put it over some text, vintage text in a children's book. So swallows is actually where you have to really burnish it. I need to play with the technique a little bit more, but you burnish it really, really hard, and then you rip it off with the hopes that the text, and I only did it with text. I haven't tried it with images yet. So there's a little piece of that, and somewhere else in here. Let's see, probably looking right at it. Oh, here. So this is a little bit of that text too. What did it say? The sun shone. I don't know what the rest of that word was. So I added a little bit, and I love how you can kind of see through it, and it adds really interesting texture. So definitely want to play around with that a little bit more. Perfect the technique a little bit. Let's see. Oh, Carrie's here. Hello, Carrie. Are you I saw in the chat you said you thought you could join us today. So you must not be driving. You must be stationary. I'm so glad you're here. I announced to everybody in the beginning that you will be on joining me on my channel Friday, February 13th, and we are going to be doing Mardi Gras crafting. I'm very, very, very excited. And I will work on that thumbnail this weekend and get that put up. And then I'll send you the link, Carrie, and then we can post on our community tabs and whatnot. And Jonna is here today. Hello, hello. Yay, no driving today. You were at home. So yeah, this is probably going to go in my folder, and this will probably pop up as a craft tutorial. And again, we'll probably have to spread it over a couple weeks, but that was a fun one to work on. Okay, so here are our tags for today. I think I mentioned, oh, look at this one. This one, I don't know, she seemed kind of moody. This image came out of this book that I love. And you can see I've worked in it, and I've ripped out pages, a bunch of pages over the years. So this is the Little Big Book of Love. And I've shared this before on Vintage Craft and Chat. In fact, I think we made little folders or something with it last February. So this is a great book, but I thought she was really moody. So maybe we could do something with her today. I feel like she needs some kind of phrase. I don't know, some kind of wording. So we'll have to think of something fun that she's thinking or saying. And okay, let's look through the book. What else do I have here? Yeah, and I just pulled out, so we're going to work with the stickers. I just pulled out die cuts. I mean, you know, we're just going to see where it takes us. I pulled these out again. In fact, this was a cool thing. And I was working on these yesterday on Leanne's channel. Leanne has a crafty live on Wednesdays, and I was working on those while I was hanging out with her. But I discovered with these thin Dollar Tree, these kind of foamy, glittery ones, I was able to cut it with my paper punch. It actually cut through. So that was fun. So that's how I got the little heart here. And I love it when I can find figurines or illustrations or figures where they look like they're holding something. And so I love to add like hearts or flowers or just kind of something fun and take advantage. I could have put something here in her hand as well. And here's the back of them. I just backed them with some grid kind of kids construction paper. Let's see, what else do I have here? I have ribbon, kind of velvet ribbon. I haven't used any of that yet. This I found was fun. I had a few of these gold foil doilies in my stash, so we'll maybe try to incorporate those. I got out my black and white little doilies, some black lace. This is fun. And I didn't add that to one, but this is that ribbon that they add to the tops of blankets is what I think it is, right? And I cut this, but I'm pretty sure that's what this is, that kind of thick ribbon that banded a lot of the vintage style blankets. I think that's what it is, but I have that in a couple colorways. I have some lace, and I also came in after I did the thumbnail and I added some stickles. I thought it needed a little something. It doesn't show up quite as much on the camera, but I had this kind of see-through-y kind of gold highlighted. What is this called? Diamond. This one's called Diamond, but it has little gold flecks in it, and I think I added a little bit on here. Yeah, I added some to the black hearts there and little pieces there. So those are the kind of supplies I grabbed, and we'll see where it takes us. And then let's look through here. This is such a great sticker book. Taylor gifted me this one, and what's the other one? It's behind me. The John Darien sticker book, and I don't think I've used any of those either. I've been hoarding them, but the stickers are gorgeous in here. Yeah, I love to do that, Jonna. That's kind of my, when I'm doing ATCs and that kind of stuff, especially for Valentine's Day, it would be so sweet for, I don't know, Easter to put little paper flowers and things. But that's, I've kind of discovered that over the years. That's kind of my, one of my go-tos. That's a fun thing to add, you know, something unexpected maybe, or that kind of goes with the theme, especially if they had that hand. And I thought these maybe would be fun to play with. I don't, there's a lot of hands in this sticker book, so I'm wondering if we can find like a bouquet of flowers or something. And I don't know. Well, maybe let's see if we can play around. Maybe cut it in a certain way or make it look like they're holding. And maybe it would be fun even to take the hand. I'm kind of thinking outside the box and maybe hold a heart now that I'm looking at them. Blanket binding. Yeah. I also have, I think I included some of that. I have it in a beautiful, beautiful, like baby pink and a bit baby blue. And I think I added some of the pink into the clusters. Let me see if I did. I'm pretty sure I did. No, that's not it. Let me look. I think, yeah, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it, but when it's the lighter color, the thing I discovered is it takes ink really well. I think this is a piece of the pink, kind of that light pink, but it rips nicely, or you can use your pinking shears, and it takes the oxide inks really, really nicely. So that's kind of a fun little thing if you guys are out and about and you see it. But yeah, maybe. Okay, maybe we can do something like that. I think that definitely. We want to try for that. Let me mark that. Let me get. I always have scrap paper, so let me mark that page. And there's just so many great images. There's all these cool butterflies. Like these ladies would be great. These would be really fun with their hands up like that to hold a heart. Maybe her not as much. This one for sure. She could almost hold a heart in each arm or hand. So I'm going to mark that too. We probably have way more possibilities than we need. But look at all these great flowers. So these would maybe be fun to see if we can get the hands to hold the hearts or flowers. Look at this. And I put a link down below. If I can find links on Amazon, I usually will add that down in the supply list. And of course, those are affiliate links. So if you do end up buying this sticker book, I will receive a few cents as an Amazon associate or through the affiliate link. You don't pay more for it, but I get a few cents. And then what I do is I put that back into our vintage craft and chats Thursday if I need to pick up additional supplies or things like that. Look at, there's all these great hands here. Let's mark those too. Oh yeah, Jonna, I discovered that last year. It is really great with the blanket binding, because I was like, what am I going to do with this? I just somehow ended up with it, and it's so pretty when you ink it up. Oh yeah, a heart and a dagger. Let's see if we can find a dagger. No, that is totally moody and dark. I was struggling a little with the moody and dark because that's not my typical. Okay, shout out if you guys see a dagger, or we can make one. Oh well, like these. Well, oh look at her. So I guess that's a wand. We could say that's a dagger. We could pretend, oh, that's a dagger. We could put a little pointy thing and then have her hold a heart in her other hand. Let me mark that. Oh, I already have it marked. Let's see here. And I think there were some hands, that kind of classic Victorian hands, I think, in here that we see on a lot of the calling cards. I think that was back here. Look at the mushrooms. I love the mushrooms. Oh, these ladies are great too. So she would be fun. She would be a great one to hold something in her hand if we want to give her a heart. What else do we have here? Lots of possibilities. He's fun. He's a fun guy. She's kind of cool. This little fairy lady. Where are the hands? I think they're back here. Kathy. Yes. Oh my gosh. Kathy made the best Valentines to send out. She sent pictures to Leanne yesterday, and Leanne shared on her Crafty Live. So if you guys go back and watch the live stream of that, they're so good. And Kathy finds the best book images and like people. She finds the best things. My Debbie. Hi, Debbie. Hello, sis. Tell them what we're doing. I told them maybe that we were doing something fun coming up, but I wanted to wait till you popped in some week to share. Tell them what we're doing. I'm so excited. And here's the hands. So that's what I was thinking with the hands. We could almost recreate that, or, you know, like I said, take those other hands and add the hearts to them. So that would be super fun. And these, I think these are all alphabet back there. Okay, so let me grab. So because I didn't have a lot of paper or black paper, and the only other dark paper, clearly I need to pick up some dark paper. I had some like dark reds and purples in my stash, like paper I've had for probably 15 years. I don't know. I've had it forever, since the kids were younger, but it had glitter on it. So it was very, very raised, which then makes it difficult to glue things over the top. So the only black I came across were these like origami paper, this really thin origami paper. But I knew I had some masterboards in my stash. So that's what I grabbed to do the backs of all the cards. Let me see what I have in here. And maybe we'll make some, I'll pull out a couple small pieces. These might be fun, especially if we're working on those small hands. I think this is probably a better size. I'm going to pull out too many, but let me just pull out a few so we have some to work with here. Let's put those there. I'm going to try to be neat today. Oh, yes, we're going on a cruise. Debbie's the cruise expert. She's figured out the whole cruising thing, and we are going on a cruise together in September. I'm so excited. And the most exciting thing is that, so we're here in San Pedro. I don't know, Debbie, are we going out of San Pedro or Long Beach? I feel like Long Beach, you also can go out of there, but our house is super, super close to the harbor down here where all the cruise ships are, in the cruise ship terminal. So we are right here in the mix of it. And Debbie, sometimes the cruises she takes are from here, which is super fun. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I took my mom on a cruise. I think it was a week long. We're just going to do, what are we doing, Debbie? Like a 3 or 4 day? I took my mom on a week long Mexico cruise when she turned 50. That was like my gift, and just the two of us went, and it was really fun. And I haven't been on one since then. Jim doesn't like lots of crowds and people, so I haven't been able to get him to agree to go on a cruise, but this is perfect because Debbie and I are going to go. Let's see. Angela says, I have a black striped vellum. See, I don't have anything like that. Black striped vellum with gold hearts on it. You got it from Dollar Tree. Ooh, that would be pretty. So it's vellum. You could layer it over the top, or maybe do like a flip or a pocket. Just have the kind of basic background, and then maybe do the vellum in a pocket would be really cool. Is it out of San Pedro? Okay. Nice. Yes. I hope I'm going to be okay. I don't I'm trying to remember. I think we were a little topsy-turvy on that one with my mom. But of course, we were probably further down because I know we didn't have a balcony or anything. So I remember, but of course that was a longer one too. So I'm wondering, does it get a little bit more rough with the longer one? The longer ones? Okay. Okay. All right. So let me just grab out. And I don't think, yeah, what did Jonna say? Or somebody, did you say from a game piece? I don't think I have, nothing is coming to mind. Clue game. And I don't have a clue game. I do not have a clue game. That's something I need to look for. Okay, let's try one of the hands. Or should we do the person? Let's see. What do you guys want to do? A person, and then maybe we could do this one and we could make it. It is a little bit, maybe let's try her. Let's try her. Because we can do a heart, and then we can, I think it kind of looks like a dagger, or we could do maybe a little piece of paper or something and make it look more pointy with like book page or something. Now, the thing I like to do is kind of the same thing with the other stickers that I craft with a lot. I like to back them on cardstock. So I just grabbed a piece of cardstock, and it doesn't matter. You could use that side or this side. This has been in my stash for a long time. In fact, let me get some glue. Let me go. I'm gonna put a little bit of water in here really quick. I'm gonna do Kathy's trick with the water. I'll be right back. Okay, and that is happening. That's helping a lot, not happening, but it is helping a lot with the glue stick. It was her great tip she shared with us a few weeks ago. So I'm just going to kind of wet that. Also, I find that these stickers, as they get older, is probably just going to peel off. They're not super sticky. And they're matte, not really like vellum, but I guess they remind me more of those stickers. But what I do love about them is they're not shiny. They are not shiny. Grab a pair of scissors, and I'm just going to do a really quick fussy cut. I also like to get rid of more of that background just to get in a little bit tighter. I think is fun. Let's see where it takes us. What's a good challenge though for me to try to do the Moody Valentine? Oh, I also pulled these Halloween Valentines. I need to share with you guys too. I had talked about those last week, and I had told Amy, Evan, Owen about them. They're really great. Oh, I also forgot the other exciting thing this week, and maybe I will go grab him. So I shared with you guys, especially those that have joined in the vision board journal, that we've been thinking and hoping to adopt a new baby, new kitty. is a companion for Cha-Cha, and we adopted a new baby on Sunday. We have a new baby in the house. Well, he's 6 months old, and he's adorable. And he and Cha-Cha are just, it's going so smooth. And we pretty much just have him in our bedroom and our bathroom now. We've let him out a little bit to walk around. Other than our bedrooms, we don't really have good spaces to block off. So we've just been letting him get used to the house. Also, Cha-Cha getting used to him. And we are letting Cha-Cha choose. And he's been letting us know, like, if he wants to come in the bedroom and spend time with him. And they were playing yesterday morning. It was so cute. Cha-Cha's such a sweet kitty. So he's going to be a really good big brother. Doesn't have a mean bone in his body, that boy. Okay, so I got a little bit closer. There we go. And yeah, I cut quite a bit off. I think that transforms them. I think that kind of changes the look. So they don't look just like a sticker. Makes them look more like a die cut. I haven't posted yet. Okay, should I go get him? Maybe I can like put him here. I can put him. Let's see. I don't want to scare him. I think he's up on the cat tree. So let me go grab him really quick if I can. Be right back. Let's see. I don't know how he's going to be because he's going to see all this stuff. He's very kitteny. Let's see. Let's see what he does. Oh no, he's like, I'm going to run. Let me see here. You're okay, Bubba. You're okay. Let me see if I can turn my camera around. He's like, oh my gosh, I'm in the living room. I see all the fun stuff. So they had named him Benny, and I think we're going to keep that name. It really suits him. But he's a little blue-eyed. He's a little blue-eyed boy, and he's purring so loud. He purrs so loud. Hi, sweetheart. So they said he was was it seal? No, it can't be a seal point. I'm trying to think of what the Siamese mix. So he definitely has a little bit of Siamese in him. And I think I posted pictures of our Kai that passed away last year, and he definitely had quite a bit of Siamese in him too. But Kai had the very like cross-eyed. He had the cross-eyed thing with the Siamese thing. Isn't he sweet? He's so purry, and we've had him just since Sunday, like Sunday evening, late on Sunday. And he's so cute because he just comes up to us. Like when we're in the bedroom and he'll see us, he just comes over and he cuddles. You know, we've all been spending lots of time with him. And Cha-Cha yesterday was in Ryan's room under his bed, and we let Betty out for a little bit. And then he went in Ryan's room. So Ryan got down, he was watching them, and he went up to Cha-Cha and was licking Cha-Cha's ear. So it's, I think, going really well. Do you want to go back? Yeah, you want to go back? He's so sweet. Yeah. Hi, Kathy. Hi. Okay, I'm going to go put him back. You want to see the pretty face? Look at your, oh no. Oh, you're in my necklace. Ooh, pretty blue eyes. Okay, I'm gonna go put it back up on the cat tree. He was napping. Yeah, he is a cutie patootie. He's a cutie patootie. Okay. He's such a sweet baby boy. Okay, let me go back down to down cam. Very distracted with the kitties. Okay, let's see here. Let me go back over here. He's so pretty. Taylor, I told this on Leanne's yesterday. We found out about a local rescue. It's called Pedro Pet Pals. And they have a mobile truck where they go to, parks and different places in the area. And Saturday they were at one of our local parks. And so Taylor and I went there, but they just had a couple cats and none of them were we were looking for a boy because we know that, boy with boys seems to be a good thing. And Taylor and I had gone over to the local animal shelter too, but we were being very, very specific. We were looking kind of for a certain personality that we thought would do well with Cha-Cha. And he's definitely more rambunctious, more kitteny. He's a climber. He's very inquisitive. None of our other cats have been climbers. Like we only had Jojo broke a couple things over the years that were on the dining room table. But so that was a little different because he was much kind of more calm in the at the rescue place. They have an old kind of apartment building downtown San Pedro. It's so great. And they have an upstairs and a downstairs, and the cats just get to hang out. And people can come in and pet them and spend time with them and make decisions about adopting. And they do foster care. They do all kinds of stuff. So it's a really, really great organization. But there wasn't really quite a good match. And then she, the woman that was helping us, she had sent us a picture of Benny. And then there was another cat that was being fostered locally as well. Kind of the same, a little bit of a Siamese mix, and the blue eyes, I think, because she had heard me mention that's what Kai was. So yeah. So Benny was the first one that we went to go see out of the two, and he stole our heart. That was it. We saw him, and then we were like, that's it. That's it. We could tell by his personality. He was so sweet. Did they, Kathy? That's making me a little bit nervous. So we instantly, we had him in our bathroom the first couple days, and then we let him out into our bedroom so he could be bedroom bathroom. And he was like, oh, there's a plant. There's a this, there's the that. So I had to kitten proof our bedroom, and I'll probably have to do the same because Ryan had him in the living room here, and he was like, there's a plant. And he was just running for things, and he's, jumping all over the dressers and anywhere he can jump. And yeah, we just got lucky, and none of our other cats were ever like that, whether we got them as kittens or adult cats. We sort of rescued them in a combination of ways. And so it'll be interesting. I hope he mellows out. I do not know how he's going to be in here with all the crafty things. That's going to be very interesting to see how he does with that. So yeah, I hope so. But on the other hand, he's so affectionate. He's so sweet. He's very gentle. He's not like really rough and, trying to bite us and like rough play. He's definitely a sweet, sweet boy, but very inquisitive. He's very interested in everything. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how that goes. Okay, let's find a backer. Let's see, do we want to make this into a tag? That's kind of cool. Does that distract from her a little bit too much? I'm trying to use up these boards. And what we could do, we could layer some other paper on here if we think these pastels are a little bit too, yeah, maybe let's try that. Okay, let me get my paper cutter out. And let me get a pencil. I think that's easier. Okay. So I think that maybe let's do about right here. I don't know what that comes to. Let me cut this off here, first of all. I was very glad to have these master boards already made and at the ready. It's a little bit thick. And as you can see, I just used some random birthday cupcake cardstock at the back. So it's a great way to use up your cardstock that you wouldn't be apt to grab, or if it's not, you know, a theme or a vibe that usually, where did I put the mark? I think I put it right about there. All right. A little bit of both. And I'm not so sure it's very straight at the bottom. I'll do a little bit of that. Not too bad. And we definitely don't. Oh, that's kind of nice. I think I'm going to cut off. Do I want a little bit of that? I think I'm going to cut off some of the green. And let's start there. You know how I like to have something for my people to stand on. Okay. And maybe let's cut, cutting through, is that a fake stamp or a real stamp? I think it's a picture of a stamp. Because she's kind of petite. We don't want the card to be too big. Okay, we like her. She's good. And let me square this up a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Okay, I think that's a good base. And let me back it with something. I like to do that before I start cutting the corners or rounding the corners. So let me grab a piece of this kind of construction paper, which is super yummy. Look at those great kind of darkened foxed edging there. It is, Kathy. It is a sticker. Isn't she great? And she's from, do you have one of these, Kathy? The Antiquarian Sticker Book. Oh, the images. I've been hoarding that. Taylor probably bought that for me, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago, a long time ago. And I think the only stickers I've used out of there was to make Valentine ATCs last year when we started doing the swap. And yeah, I need to stop hoarding it, because if I use it, I could get another one, right? It's so silly. It's so silly to hoard things like that. Literally could buy another one. Hi, Laura. Hello, hello. Is the picture a little blurry, Susie? Okay. It might be, it's probably my camera. It's probably my camera. This Logitech, this plug-in camera isn't great. There you can probably see her a little bit better, but it doesn't, there we go. See, it goes in and out, in and out. I don't love this camera. It's not my favorite. Okay. Yay, Angela. I'm excited to see what glasses you get. Taylor is actually at the optometrist right now. We had to get a new optometrist because our stopped taking our insurance. I don't know why. So Taylor is trying out a new one that we were recommended. And then the rest of us will go because she is in dire need of glasses. Her glasses are old. She needs an updated prescription. Well, I think that it's good to hoard your originals, right? Because then you can make copies of them. So I think originals, yeah, I tend to hoard originals depending on what they are. But stuff like this, like, right? I could buy another sticker book. I don't know why. I'm like, I mean, the images are so gorgeous. Why do I do that? When they're stickers, so silly. Okay, let me get my corner rounder. Don't really know. Let's see. It's really thick too because it has the cardstock and all these collage layers I put over the top. And let's see, let me grab my card that has the corners. There we go. And just make this into a tag. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and punch a hole at the top, and then we'll put a circle or like a hole protector around it a little bit later, but just so we sort of know where the hole is. Kind of figure out our layout. And then let's see, what do we think? Do we think that looks like a sword enough? I'll watch what you guys say. Do we want to add like a little, we could add a little piece of paper there. We could add some book text. I don't know. We could add something like a little triangle to make it look more like a sword. Let's see. Oh, wow. So they're a little more rounded, purplish at the top and more aqua in the bottom. I love an aqua blue frame. I had aqua blue frames for years. They're so pretty. And with the purple, oh, they're going to be great. And they're going to make your eyes pop too. Do you carry? Yeah. Why do we do that? Why do we hoard? Well, I know why we hoard. We think we're never going to find it again. we think, oh my gosh, this is so fabulous. I'm never going to find this again. And sometimes we won't. Sometimes, right? Sometimes we won't, especially depending on where we live and what part of the country we are. Maybe we're not likely to, but it doesn't do us any good. The other thing that I've started thinking too, like sometimes I will say, okay, if I'm not going to use it, should I sell it? Should I sell it to somebody that will use it? I kind of go through that as well, depending on what it is. Yeah, they're treasures. They're treasures. Okay, so let me know on that. I'm not going to do anything with that first. Let's do a little bit of inking. Oh, also, guys, we have to think of something for her to say. I feel like she is moody. I don't know if she's dark. She is Valentine moody, I think. I think she would be fun to make into a tag. This other side is good though too. And she needs to say something. So think of something fun. We could do like a little hand stamped phrase or something. She needs to be saying something. I'll keep her here. What is she thinking? What is she saying? Okay, where did my ink go? What the heck? Oh, it's right here. It's right here. I was trying to clean up. Isn't she good? And she came, Kathy, I don't know if you have this book. It's the little big book of love. And as you can see, I've crafted a lot with this over the years, but the images in this book are so good. Look at those. So I've made little bits of ephemera. They have great text in here as well. I don't know all the things I've used it with. And the other fun thing that I was playing around a little bit with the last couple of days is I have some old, like, they're not old vintage. They're, I don't know. Jim bought the kids and I some See's Candy, little, like paper heart containers. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they're like 5 years old, maybe a little bit more than that. So they're not vintage, but I was going through here and pulling out some pages. Look at that one. That one's really fun to decoupage these heart boxes that I have. Like, look how great that is. So she was one of the pages in there, which is why she has that image on the back. But I think she's a whole vibe and she needs to be saying something. She needs to be saying something. Let's see. Hi, Clint. Hi, Motion 929. Motion 929 is Clint. Hello. Oh, Susie. So last week, you know how I often say, oh, I don't know what we're going to be doing next week, because often I have no idea. I mean, sometimes I do have things planned a little bit in advance or have thoughts of things that I've wanted to try or do, but that's kind of my typical. So I think like Diane and Amy Evan Owen, I don't know, a bunch of people are saying, oh, you should do, maybe Angela, do dark and moody Valentine. Because I was like, should we stick with the Valentine theme? Are we tired of Valentine stuff? And so everybody was like dark and moody, and I was writing things down. And so, yeah, I struggled with it a little bit. I discovered I had no black paper, or just a few sheets of black origami paper. I didn't have any black, like, what do you call this? Not cardstock. I always forget what it's called. That like kind of kids paper. So I was already starting off on a negative, because I feel like dark and moody is dark colors, right? Blacks and deep reds and purples. And yeah, I didn't have that. So I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And so then that's when I remembered I had the sticker book, and then that these came out of that. So this was about as dark and moody as I was able to do. So it was a little bit of a challenge for me. Let's see. Yes, I have. Well, as you can see, when it's usually on my face, you can see how many books. I have just stacks of books. I have way too many books too, Kathy, and I need to dig in and cut them up or sell them. Like I have to make those choices. Either pass it on to somebody else or use it. Let's see. Angela says you could cut a slit in a heart and put it at the end. Oh, that we could do. So we could make the heart here at the end. I also was thinking of having her hold a heart. So those are our choices. Or she could have a heart here and a heart there. She could have both. So we can put a heart at the tip. You like the dark and moody? Yeah, I feel like you do that really vintagey, like good kind of dark and moody. I feel like you do that. You touch on that really well, Kathy. Yeah, yeah, that came out of the last one. Okay, let me ink her up a little bit, and then I'll cut out some hearts with the paper punch, and then we'll kind of see that. So I have that black paper. I was using this gold foil doily. We could cut some hearts out of that. We'll play around with it a little bit. This is a group effort today because it's a little bit loose. It's not really, we're just seeing where it takes us. Because you can't take something and all the stickers are one of a kind. So it's kind of hard just to to do something that's exactly or very close, very identical. Okay, so we have her. Let's maybe add a little bit of doily. I kind of like the way that looks. So on both of these, I took some of that gold foil doily. Our other option would be black. Where did the black ones go? That can be something we can look at too. Oh my goodness, here we go. I felt like on the other, the black was a little bit too stark. So we could, but I don't know. I feel like I like this gold. And I also like grunge it up a little bit. So let's do that. Let's make that easy. That's easy decision making. And we'll do the gold. Yeah. Okay, let me grab a little bit of this. It's good though. I like getting out a little bit out of my comfort zone. I mean, I like the whole like grungy, antique-y, like Tim Holtz kind of. Definitely like that vibe, but doing the dark and moody Valentine, that was definitely a little bit out of my, I shouldn't say comfort zone. I just haven't crafted in that style. But it's really good to experiment and try new things. I think we all kind of have things that we gravitate to, right? If we've been doing it for long enough, I feel like there's materials we like to use, sort of styles that we gravitate towards. They feel comfortable. Often it's dictated by the types of materials we like to work with. But I do like to play around with different styles. I think it's a good way to experiment and just like broaden, like kind of like, what do I want to say? Yeah, like kind of test our craft skills, kind of open ourselves up to trying new things. Okay, I'm going to ink this up a little bit, and then it doesn't take the ink that great, but it does grunge it up a little bit. But I found that the black works really well. So let me grab a little bit of this black soot. Where's my dauber for that? I found that really kind of toned the gold down a little bit. And the cool thing I found too, when I use the glue stick, I don't know if you guys can tell. Can you see? It kind of gave it a cool patina. In fact, let's purposely do a little bit of that more. Might be hard to see, but, and that's not ink. Oh, it's hard to see. I don't know. It just did a cool thing. It just, no, it grunged it up in a certain way. So that was a happy little accident. And then I'm going to take a little bit, since we're doing dark and moody, I'm going to do a little bit of black. I'm going to hit a few spots here. Grunge that up a little bit. And we'll do the same in the back. And let me grab this. That's what Nettie said yesterday, Susie. She said, well, you're not exactly like dark and moody. Yeah, that was her. And then I kind of thought, okay, well, maybe that's why I'm struggling, because it isn't maybe something that I gravitate towards. Okay. which helped me kind of decide, okay, but that's why I'm struggling with it a little bit. Especially last week, we came off of the bright, happy Valentine, right, with the red and the white and the turquoise. That was definitely our vibe last week. Okay, so we have her. Let's see, what about these? She might be fun. I don't know. We'll see on the ribbon. I have some of these kind of velvet ribbons. And then I discovered a bunch of these die cuts that I found at Savers when Laura was out here. We may have crafted with these before. And they're dimensional, but I found I can like cut them down. And I like this because there's a little bit of pink in that. There's a little bit of purple up there. So let's do this one. Although I might not be able to take it apart. So I found, oh, let's do this. So I'm going to take this apart. Sometimes I use the top, sometimes I use the bottom. Let's kind of do that. And she could even kind of be standing up here a little bit. Okay, so let's glue down about that. I'm going to grunge that up a little bit with the black and the brown. I like a little bit of that green. Let's do it like that. Do you like it, Laura? That's good. Oh, I didn't go over that way enough. Do that. So you do have a lot of these dimensional die cuts. Know that you can take them apart. Sort of deconstruct them. Okay, these I'll put back in here. Okay, now let's see where we're at. If we want a little something more, she's floating a little. Maybe it would be nice for her to have a little something to stand on. That could be a label. That's what I did on these others. I just made some little labels. Let me see what I have here. If I have anything kind of pre-cut. That one, I don't know if I love that. I have this little kind of drawer thing down here. Maybe might be a little bit too red and too small. I think that's too small. The other thing I can grab are postage stamps. I think that would kind of give us that same look. This might be too big. Or maybe we like black better. Maybe we like black better. Let me grab out a piece of book page and we'll make one really quick. Oh, I already had book page here. Let's use that book page. I already had it out. And let's grab our stamps. I think black may be a little bit better. that shape. I have this one. Let's see here. Oh, that's kind of nice. That's kind of a good, yeah, let's use this one. Let's use this long one here. And let's grab our black. What other colors do I have? I do have this Dusty Concord. We could look at that. Definitely need to invest in more colors. I think red will be too stark. Let's see what this purple might be like. Or we could do it in black and then maybe do, yeah, let's see. Let's do it in black and then maybe do the kind of antique vintage text. Let's maybe do that in the purple and see what that's like. Oh, I do have a black one here already. Let's just use that. Well, maybe I'll do one more. Okay, do one more. And I know you're not supposed to do that. Sometimes I kind of do mix my inks a little bit. I know that's a big no-no. These are so good, Susie. And I don't remember where I got them. I don't know. I know they have some really great ones on Amazon that are very similar. I may have gotten this from Temu, but oh my gosh, I constantly, this is like probably one of my most used stamp sets. I love making my own labels, especially if you need a certain size. That one turned out really kind of juicy there. So I think I will use this other one. Yeah, certain stamps that are just my go-tos, and that is one of them. But I have a feeling it came from Temu, back when many of us were buying from Temu. I haven't ordered from them in a very, very long time. Okay. Let's hit that with a little bit of black. I left a little bit. I don't go quite up to the edge. I leave a little bit of white kind of on the edge. And maybe we'll hit it with the dauber a little bit. Kind of age it up a little. All right. And my other favorite stamp set, let me grab that out. Put this away. And I'm pretty sure this one came from Temu too. And I had it for a while, and I didn't use it for a while, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I love this stamp set. So it has all these kind of vintage script, and it's nice because it's small. So it has little words, dates, and kind of like this handwriting kind of thing. I don't know what any of it means. What is this one? It says Juliet, and then it has a date. That might be kind of fun. Let's do that one. I think that fills up the space nicely. And maybe let's try this purple. Yeah, I think that'll look pretty. I know you're not necessarily supposed to use these kind of inks this way, but I think they stamp pretty well. There we go. Hi, Terry. Hello, hello. How are you? Yeah, I don't do Temu anymore. I do Amazon. I do Amazon. Sometimes I feel, what did we do before Amazon? this out of the way. Also, we do have Walmarts now, but we, for a long time, which is weird because we're in Los Angeles County, we did not have like an Amazon or anything for a while. Okay, I think that's really cute. The only other thing we could look at is maybe adding a stamp, but that may be super overkill. Let me look in here. That would be maybe another thing. Or we could do some maybe little ribbon, or we could add a little bit of texture with cheesecloth. Let's just play around a little bit since that's what we're doing today. Let's see what we have here. And I have this little box. I need kind of a better storage, but I have this little box I picked up from Hobby Lobby a couple years ago, maybe last year. And I have my stamps by color. I found that is kind of a quicker way of going through. Maybe the green. But we may decide we don't even want to stamp. Let's see. We're just experimenting. Did anybody think of a good phrase from her? Hi, Christy. Hello, hello. They did, Angela. Nice. You got a little gift bag. So you were picking them up today then. That's why you said they were the purple and the blue. Ooh, post a picture so we can see. Hi, Christy. Christy, I am working. I'm hoping to get your swap in the mail today. ATC's done. ATC's been done for a while, but I'm pulling some extra little goodies to put in there. So I have some little goodie bags, and then I'm kind of putting a few other things together. And there may or may not be some things for jewelry making in there. I went through my bead stash because I remembered you had talked about maybe doing some jewelry. So there'll be some other little goodies in there for you. Oh, this is a pretty one. That little French one. We have a little bit of green down here. Yeah, I think I like that. Or we do have Queen Elizabeth. She's always the go-to. I think either of those will be good. Let's see which one we like the best. What else do we want to do? Oh, we have to decide. We have to decide on her sword / wand. And where are my hearts? Let's cut out some hearts and see if we want to put it at the end of the sword, if she wants to hold it. Where is my little cutter? Here. Okay. I'm trying desperately to be neat. I keep losing things. Okay, let's cut out a gold one. See where that takes us. We have some options. So we have a gold one. Let me get rid of this. This is like very wet there. I'm going to get it probably all over my hands. Okay, we have that, we have that, let's cut out one of these Dollar Tree ones here. I am so excited. I'm so excited, Christy. It'll go up. I haven't taken a picture yet. I have a little I have some Valentine stuff here behind me. And then I have a kind of a big, what do I want to say? I was going to say a different word. It's an explosion of Valentine, Valentine stuff across from me. Let's see. Pink might be, okay. Definitely, I think either gold or red, because I think that is a little bit more bold. And I discovered that I could take these little foamy hearts from Dollar Tree and they cut. How fun is that? Because the other one was much too big. This is, I mean, we could have done that too, but I think this size is a little bit better. Okay, let's work on this a little bit and then we'll figure out what we want to do for her sword and her heart. Scrunch that up a little bit. Or did we like the guy? Oh no, I like him better. We'll do him. We will do him. Ooh, a mocha frappuccino. Oh, that sounds really good. And I don't know. Let's look. Let's see if we want to add a little bit of texture. Ugh, open this up. Oh, I have a little bit of I have a little bit of toile down in here. Not toile. What do you call this? Not toile. What is it called? Tulle. Tulle, not toile. Let's see. I have some red. Might be fun. I wish I had black in here. I do have black in the other room. Let me look at the cheesecloth. Or we could also do like a little bit of lace, which would be pretty. You get a little bit of this. I've gotten out of the habit. I used to grab for the cheesecloth all the time and not as much. Yeah, I think I like this, but not this much. I think there's too much here. Okay. All right, I'm going to glue that down. We'll just go for it. I know, what a nice break, huh? What a nice treat. Chrissy, is there anything that you don't have in your stash that you've been looking for? Let me know. Anything that was on your wish list? I could throw that in there. Okay, let's put that there. Yeah, I think that's good. That kind of balances her out, gives her something to stand on. She's not just floating out into space. There we go. Let's hit this a little bit. Okay. All right, now we have her. Now let's kind of dry fit her. So, and I will hold this up so she could be holding, but maybe she's going to be better having it. Oh, that's kind of cute. Yeah, maybe it's better having the heart, and I can drop her down a little bit. Oh, I think I like that. I think she would be really cute with the heart. Angela was saying that, and I don't know who else said that, with the heart at the end of her spear. We're going to make it into a spear. And also have gold, but I feel like that's not, I think I like the red. I'm just going to decide. We're just going to do that. An old key. Ooh, I do have some old keys. An old key. Okay. Ooh, I love that. I know. I'm pretty sure I know for a fact. Oh, nice. Okay. From an old key. I know I have that. And I think some of the beads that I included. So I did, there's a few what do I want to say, like gemstone-y ones, and I put a bunch of glass, like check glass beads in some fun colors. So I think what I already put in there will be really, really cute with an old key. So I'm going to go through. I know I have an old key. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Do we want to, let me add a little bit more black. Well, she's cute. I think I like this one better than the ones I did yesterday. You know why? Because I'm crafting with you guys. That's why. Let me do the little circle thing in case the heart goes over the little hole protector there. And then let's see, what color do we want to make that? We can make it gold. We could make it like a color. Gold might be pretty. Let's try that. I haven't tried the gold. Let's try that. Hi, honey. How'd it go? Did you like them? Yeah. Oh, nice. Did your eyes change a lot? Oh, a lot, significantly?
This one is only a little bit, like 25, and then this one changed more.
Oh,
This
okay.
side's worse.
So that's why you were feeling, yeah.
0.25. I think this one was 0.25, and then this one was
Okay.
maybe 0.50.
Yeah. Good. Did they have glasses there?
Yeah, I didn't look at them. These are flat.
Yeah. Nice. Now we'll go get glasses.
It wasn't that far away.
How long did it take you? Like 15, 20 minutes? Oh, it's not too bad. Okay, so what I like to do when I'm making my handmade hole protectors is I cut a hole with the paper punch, and then I come in. I think I've shown you guys this before. Then I come in with my little circle punch and try to line it up. Sometimes I hit it, sometimes I don't. But I feel like once you add your ribbon or whatever in, get rid of that. You don't really notice. And are you, what do you think? Are you going to do more necklace kind of thing, Christy? Earrings? All the beads I put in, I did put 2 of each, thinking if you were going to do earrings, you'd at least have, at least 2. Ooh, I'm gonna go back through all my stuff then. That's fun. Let's see. Oh, let's do our glue thing. Let's put a little bit of glue stick. See if we can grunge it up a little. I don't know, it does this weird thing. It almost like gives it like a little bit of a brown tinge in a weird way. It didn't do it as much. Okay, let's glue. We can grunge it up a little bit more once we have it glued down. Yeah, I like that little bit of sparkle with the gold. Okay. Did you, Angela? I'm not, I have a couple thoughts, but I haven't started on it at all. I'm very excited about it, but I haven't, I don't know. I have this like couple ideas floating around in my head. I also have, so that's this week. I have to get going on that. I had somebody contact me through my Etsy shop. And so I have some custom pieces that I'm making for somebody. I had made Christmas notebooks. I was calling them more notebooks because they're all like lined and blank paper on the inside, like to make, you know, Christmas gift lists and that kind of thing. I think I might have had, I don't know if I showed them at our marathon. Maybe I think I did. And they didn't sell. So I had 3 of them. I put them up on Etsy. She purchased one last month, I think, and contacted me and wanted 6 more. So that was very exciting. So, and because I already had 2 made, which she loved, so she wants those, and then I need to make her 4 more. So I sent her pictures of the cards I had. And so I'm really excited to get going on that this week. I gave myself a lot of lead time. Oh, she's cute. Oh, I love her. Love her. I know it'll be here before we know it. I better get cracking. Well, I want to get her, I'd like to get her sent ahead of time. I gave myself a 3-week window. So I want to get those done and shipped out to her. And I need to do taxes and do handmade goodies for our marathon. Oh, she's cute. I like her. I love how that happens. Sometimes when I make things and I'm not super in love with it, but then when I'm crafting with all of you, then I'm like, oh my gosh, I love it. She's cute. Okay, she's super cute. I feel like, I don't know. Do we want something up here? Well, let's put a ribbon in. I don't know. Do we think, I mean, she does have a lot going on because there's a lot going on in the collage. And hopefully she's popping enough, I think. Oh, she's cute. Okay, what kind of bow? We have this green. These are options. If we want to do a little velvet, we have green, which wouldn't be too bad. I don't know. I guess that is a lot of color going on. I have this. I don't think that's too much. Let's look at lace. Oh, I think black or black lace. I think we'll make that black kind of pop a little bit. So I cut a strip of that blanket trim. That's an option. Or I have this black lace. Or let's look at our lace thing. Or maybe we want some creamy lace. I don't know. Let's see if anybody's saying anything. Definitely has lots going on. She's got lots going on. Well, let's do the black because we're supposed to be channeling the dark and moody. So let's do the black, I think. She's very cute. Oh yeah, I think the black is good. Kind of ties in with the stamp, the little label thing that we made. Yeah. I think that was a good call. Okay. Cute. Let's see. Hopefully you guys can see. She has her little topper. She's cute, and I like the heart. I like the heart. Let's hit her with a little bit of stickles. Let's make her more shiny. she needs a little bit more shine and sparkle. Yeah, the black, right, Susie? Yeah, I think the black, since we're trying to go for that mode. Okay, here's the gardener. It's a little bit loud. Let's hit these flowers with a little bit of stickles, which is a little bit more subtle in person. I know it doesn't show up as much. I'm just going to go around the flowers a little bit here and there. Really a rhyme or reason. Maybe on the leaves a little bit. And then let's hit her a little bit. Ooh, let's do her. Let's do her wings. So they pop a little bit more. For sure. Oh, that's pretty. And let's do her crown. She has a fabulous crown. And let's see, we can do maybe the bottom of her dress a little bit. She's cute. And I'll do kind of the top of her bodice and maybe around her waist a little bit. Oh, she's cute. Yeah, I think stickles, hopefully that comes through. I think, yeah, it's hard to see, but I think the stickles added a little bit. And then what do we think? Do we think do we need a little something up here? I don't know. Is she getting too busy? Ooh, did you find good things at Dollar Tree, Angela? Ooh, what did you say? I have to know about the Dollar Tree. They have a pack of that black. Oh, they do. Okay. Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet, Angela. Thank you. It's so interesting to me when I was like looking through. I was like, God, I don't have good dark colors. Oh, you are a sweetheart, Angela. Let's see. I love Dollar Tree. I haven't been there in a long time. The only time I go is like if I have a doctor's appointment, but I was kind of over in the area and I decided to stop at our little like hole in the wall thrift store. Yeah, I think she's good. I could even maybe hit her. Ooh, where's my little splatter? I don't know. It might be too much. It might be like too much to do the splatter, but let me grab it. Sometimes it's hard to know when enough is enough. I don't know. We could do a little bit of black. Let's see. Maybe. You know what I like to do sometimes? Like I'll stamp it and then, put it in the ink and then kind of put it on my paper. Oh, I think it might be nice. I'm going to add a little bit down here by the stamp. Oh yeah, look at, right? I think that's good. Okay, we won't be too heavy-handed. I'm going to do a little bit on the flower. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Do a little bit up here. Can you guys see that? So I did a little bit here. I did around there. So I'm going to come up and maybe hit. So this was part of the paper. It's like a decoupage, like a thin background paper. So I'm going to hit that a little bit. Oh yeah. I think that's good. But we don't want to go too crazy. I'll do a little bit on that corner. Maybe I'll do a little bit here. Ooh, I'd love to hit this gold. Oh, sweetheart, Tay-Tay, will you, Taylor, can you go give this to Adrian? This check, where did I put it? Will you just kind of like, he's probably out by his truck or he's somewhere, I don't hear him. And just say thank you. Thank you, sweetheart. Pay the gardener. Okay, yeah. Okay, I think that's good. And then I'm going to do the back because that'll kind of tie it in too. That's nice. Okay, so there's the back. I think it kind of helps tie in a little bit. And I think that was good. Just that little, there's a lot going on, but I think it was good to add a little bit more texture. I won't. Oh, okay. Carrie, tell me when you're back because I want to share, since we were working with stamps, I do want to share something I picked up at the thrift store yesterday. I didn't really get like a lot that it would be a whole haul. So tell me when you're back. I won't show it. I had shared it on Leanne's crafting live yesterday. Let's see. What did Susie say? Let's see. Susie said she stopped thrifting in Dollar Tree and Michael's, etc. I only support my friends as small businesses. I think that's beautiful, Susie. However, I hate the amount I give to uses versus my friends. I think that's so sweet that USPS. Yeah, their prices have gone up a lot. It's a lot. It seems like multiple times last year. I like the fact for my Etsy customers, I loved when they did that change to first class mail and it's like first class ground advantage. That was super awesome because things that used to have, that were a pound or over that had to go priority mail can now ship via ground advantage. That was amazing. But I noticed after they did that, the prices have creeped up a little bit again. So that was super, super nice. But yeah. And I do look at that when I'm buying supplies, if it's on eBay, not Amazon because they have that free thing. But I do factor in the price of shipping, especially if it's a supply, because it's a business expense. So I do kind of look at that. But yeah, those prices have gone up quite a bit. The good thing though, if you're buying at the live sales and whatnot here on YouTube, the great thing though is that you can combine, right? If you're buying multiple things, and so you really save on the shipping that way too. So that's the extra wonderful thing about the live sales here in the community, is that you can, load the box up and really, really, really save on shipping. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we have her waiting for Carrie to say she's back. I have something really fun. I'm going to do a little bit of tidying up. Let's see. Is there anything? Oh, let me show. I also want to show the Valentines. Those Halloween good Halloween Valentines. I think they're from the 50s. Let me do this. I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup. I'm going to share those and share my fun find in my little hole in the wall. Okay, let's put this away. It's not very fun watching the cleanup, but let's see. These. Oh, I gave in and I bought a little drawer cabinet. Speaking of Amazon, I was having a hard time. Well, there were a couple people. I tested the ones at Michael's. I didn't like the quality. They seemed a little rickety. And yeah, so I kind of Googled and looked a couple places and then ultimately ended up purchasing through Amazon. But I bought a little drawer system to go behind me. So I have that antique, what is it, refrigerator? Icebox. I guess it's called an icebox. So I have that antique icebox that's behind me that has the shelves and some of the cabinet space that belonged to my mom and stepdad. So that's right behind me. I have a little cubby. And then I have this little spot where sometimes I'll put a little stool. Right now I have this little flip up table of my mom's that I just kind of stuck there because I had done that big pickup of books at our local library. I'm still in the process of listing some. Some I'm going to keep to make craft packs and craft with, and then some I'm listing on Etsy. But so I just have that there, and I've been looking on Facebook Marketplace. I've been trying to find a little cabinet, something that would give me more storage. I'm finding a lot of things that are in my cart next to me. It's so jumbled. I can't see what I have. I find I start throwing stuff in there. So I'm hoping, and I think it has like 7 drawers or 10 drawers. So I'm hoping it's going to give me good storage for like die cuts and maybe a whole drawer for like metal things, like if I'm putting packs together that have the clippies and the paper clips and all that cool stuff, I could just open the drawer and it's all in one place. Because even like putting Christie's Happy Mail together, it takes me so long because I'm like walking around and I'm like, well, where's that thing? Where's this thing? And I don't have like with like as much as I would like. I'd love to open a drawer and just go through, okay, here's library cards, here's mail find or metal findings, that kind of thing. So I'm hoping. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I was trying to just do with the things I already had, the pieces of furniture I inherited from my mom, that kind of thing. But I think I'm kind of far enough into this that I think that cabinet is going to be wonderful. At least I think. I have to put it together. Ryan's going to help me build it today. So I think it is a cart. It has I'll share a picture and then maybe I'll do a little video. It has a metal, the things I liked about it, it's super sturdy. So it has a metal frame. And I think the drawers are plastic and they're not super deep. And I'm pretty sure it has wheels at the bottom. So it is a cart. So I could move it around. So like, say if we have people over, we're hosting, we're doing like, New Year's Eve day or something. I don't want as much clutter in here. I could wheel it out to the garage. I could wheel it into our bedroom, which is what I tend to do. I do that with my cart as well. And, just kind of clear the space a little bit. So I could take it out of the room. I could clear it. And then the other thing I loved about it is it has a wooden top. And I think I got sort of a mid-tone wood. So it's super sturdy. So it's going to be a nice sturdy spot where I could actually put, some things on top of it if I want, store little boxes, stuff like that. And then I could just pull the drawers out. So say I want all my die cuts, I can pull the drawers out. I have a lot of inks that I don't grab for and use a lot. So maybe I'll have an ink drawer. I'd love to have just a metal findings drawer, that kind of thing. Things I'm not grabbing as much. So, oh, Carrie's back. Carrie's back. Okay, I'm gonna share the other things that are kind of fun, which I think you guys might want to see. I wish Amy is here. Maybe Amy's listening. Maybe she'll pop in and say hello. Where is my pin for this? Where did it go? Oh my goodness. It's like it's the story of my life with the glue pin. And it even has a button at the top so I don't lose it. Do you guys? Oh, it's right here. Duh, it's right here. Okay. Okay, let me clear. Oh, we didn't think of a fun thing for her. I'll have to think of something. Maybe I'll put a poll up or something. Okay, so first thing I want to share are these fun Valentines. So I had told everybody, I picked up, oh gosh, probably 7 years ago, something like that. Somebody had a listing on Facebook Marketplace for like 3 or 4, I think, packages of vintage Valentines. And at the time, I remember they were very, very, very inexpensive. And I think some were already opened. The packaging wasn't in that great of a condition. So I went through and opened because I crafted with some. I actually went through and sorted them all a couple weeks ago. So some are going to go up on Etsy. And then I have like a whole big pile that I put aside for friend mail, crafting with, that kind of thing. And I think these came out of this one, I'm pretty sure. And the fun thing is she had them marked. She was a former teacher. I think that's why she had so many. So this one is marked 1965. They're definitely 1960s all day long. But look at even this fun packaging. And I had one that was really falling apart. And so what I did was I put the Valentines back in it. And then I just put tape at the bottom, and I have it in my display, and it looks really cute. And I may do the same with this one as well. But I think, she had opened them and picked a few Valentines out. But these are so funny, and they definitely go with the mood. In fact, I wrote creepy vintage Valentines on them. And I couldn't remember last week. I had sold some at that live sale that Kate and I did with Pam years and years ago. And Edward, of course, I don't know why I wasn't thinking at the time, Edward El Unico Thrifter. I had sold some to Edward. So there's a few that I didn't have duplicates for. But look at these. Like, they're creepy. They're so creepy. You caught my eye. Can you imagine? I don't know if I would have liked to have gotten that from a little boy or girl in my class in 1965. Well, I wasn't born. I wasn't alive yet in 1965, but super, super funny. So we have that guy. And a few I have duplicates of. We have this werewolf guy. You bring out the beast in me. Like, look at him. Look at him. And I think I sectioned these out. So I'm probably going to put these up at Halloween. I think I'm going to put them in that big card display thing that I have. So this one says, whoa, woo, you. Let's be Valentines for centuries. Look at this guy, though. There was a lot of creepy things that came out of the 60s and the 70s. Look at him. We'd be way out on Valentine's Day. Look at his fingernails. I mean, that's and look at his whole outfit. He's rocking the 60s style. I think there's 2 of these. Yeah, I make no bones about it. You are the one for me. So it's kind of fun. I have 2 of those. I may end up, if I have duplicates, I may put some in my shop. We have the bats here. I am just bats over you. I don't know. I find this so weird that these were, and the other ones were just cute, like 60s cuteness, like kitschy cuteness. And then these were in there. So weird. You've really bewitched me. She's fun. Look at this guy. Wouldn't you like to be part of my collection? And of course, they're all, they're all marked made in the USA. He's fun. And then these ones. These remind me of, do you remember that show HR Puffin Stuff, which I loved? I love that store. But they have a very like HR Puffin stuff vibe, I think. This one says, well, we will stir up a storm today. What is he? What is he? A caterpillar? Is he like a whirling dervish? I don't know what he is. And it's like one of those, what do you call it when you have the realistic thing? Like, look, the flowers and the yarn, that really thick yarn that we used to wear on our pigtails and whatnot. I mean, and then look at her. If I pick it, will you be mine? And she's just creepy. She's just weird and creepy, and she has hairy feet, and yeah, she's funny. Aren't they funny? They're kind of like serial killer vibe. Yes, aren't they? Amy, I knew. Don't you love them, right, Amy? That I feel like you love these. That you would buy. Now, I did make I think I made copies of them all. Like, I remember Pam being like, make copies before, I mailed them off to Edward. So let me look, because let me look in here. I knew there was like a double guy. Okay, that's that one, which I have. Oh, this is one that I don't have. I don't think so. Did I put it in the Etsy pile? I may have, but look at this one. What does it say? I've lost my head over you, teacher. So funny. This one, I don't think I have a duplicate of. Maybe she used them. Maybe the teacher lady used them. You play on the strings of my heart, Valentine. Be mine. I should have said clown alert. Look at this one. Ho, ho, ho. We'll have a jolly day. And he has, I don't, what is that called? When Taylor, what is that called? Like, not claymation, but you know how like sometimes back in the 60s, like they'd have a picture book, and then some of the things would be realistic. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that was called. Like, see, look at this little, I don't know what this is, caterpillar thing. There's some name for it. I have some cute little golden books that are like that. But see how the yarn, it's like a photo. Like part of it's, photo montage. Part of it is illustrated, and then part of it looks realistic, like a photo. We'll have to look up that word. But these little grapes look like that. Oh, here he is. He's so good. He's so good. I don't know if Edward still has him, but Edward bought this wonderful, fabulous guy. We'll have a hot time together on Valentine's Day. I mean, look at him. Oh my goodness. With his chest hair and his hairy legs and his little tail with the heart at the end there. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, maybe somebody said what the word is. You haven't seen them, Susie? Yeah. So serial killer. Yeah. It was. I just don't know what the name of it. Aren't these funny, Leanne? There's some name for it. I have I know I at least have a kitten. I'll have to look it up. I have a little golden book that's but maybe they were all realistic, where they were like real kittens, and then they overlaid dresses, or maybe they put them in dresses. I don't know. I'll have to get that book out. And then this guy. This guy, look at him. He's like a hippie dude. I see more to you than just a pretty face. Like, yeah, super crazy. And I don't know what I'm going to do with these photocopies, but I found them. I forgot I had them, and they were in the drawer. They were in the drawer with them. And I'm pretty certain, I think I had already taken them out because the package was open, but I'm pretty darn sure they came in this one, which makes sense, right? With the Mad Valentine's guy. And these were done by Double Glow. I used to have a search on eBay if any Double Glow in the package showed up, but yeah, these are hard to come by. So eventually I want to repair this. Probably what I could do is I could take these and stick them in there. I could fussy cut them or maybe make another copy so I keep it like this. That's what I could do. That's what I'm gonna do for Halloween. And then like maybe have this guy or whatever in there so you could see him. That would be kind of fun. I mean, it's definitely Valentine's Day, but it's kind of a fun little Halloween thing. So that was the first thing I want to share. Is that what it is? Okay. I've never seen the Hallmark Monster Valentines, Amy. Be still my heart. I didn't know about those. Okay, I'm going to look those up. Anthropomorphic. Is that what it's called, Terry? When you take live things and animate them? Okay. Okay. I think that's a whole vibe now, Susie. Like if you go in, well, it's probably been that way for a bunch of years, right? If you go in like Michael's, Hobby Lobby, I don't think, well, they don't do Halloween-y kind of stuff, but I think that goes along with the whole, Amy will probably type it in. I'm trying to think. Like the dark academia. So like the darker colors and black and the really rich, like this, like velvets and deep purples and deep reds. I think that's been a popular Valentine theme or type of decorating. Of course, I go towards the kitschy, bright 50s. That's kind of what I get drawn to. Okay, where's my other thing? Let me go grab it really quick. I kind of like that, yeah, vintagey, antique thing. This was the other, whoops, that's the wrong thing. This was the other fine thing. So they didn't have much. They had a couple of these work basket magazines and they weren't in great shape. They were 50 cents, which I think that's probably a pretty good price, at least for my area. So I had picked those up and let's see here. And this, I'll probably put these things. I found this Child's World primer, so I thought that was kind of fun. And it's not in that great a shape, so this one I may end up taking this one apart, but it's hard for me to resist these primers. This is copyright 1917, so actually, I could copy the pages, but look at, there's a lot of foxing on the pages and there's ripping, and like even this page, that's not in good shape at all. So yeah, I may do some crafting. Maybe this, oh, these bunnies are cute. That's really cute. So I found that, and then this is the best thing. And then this was kind of fun. It's from World Market, and it says 80 fine book plates for wanderers and explorers. And it was only $1. So I thought, well, that's a great bargain. And they look like little stickers. So these are like smaller square stickers. So you could, I could just use them like a sticker. I'm kind of looking at them here. And these are kind of rectangular ones here. And then these are really cool too. Is this 2? Oh, this is two. So this is a strip right here that's a sticker, and then that's a sticker. But I thought these would be fun, maybe to decorate. I could make my little library cards. I could maybe stick some of those. I thought that would be cute with maybe map page or something like that. Oh, what's this one? Ooh, that's cool. I didn't see that one. I don't think that's a sticker. That may just be part of the packaging, but even the packaging is cute. Like after I'm done with it, it would be fun to make maybe a little folio kind of thing. We'll have to see. So there wasn't much. I was really looking, but so I had bought all those things. I had checked out. I was done with that. And then I noticed sometimes they keep little plastic tubs up on the counter that have other things in them. And then something caught my eye. It was like little bags of stamps, I think. So I started digging through and I found this amazing thing. So it was only $2. I'm going to take this off just so it doesn't stick. And it's so precious. It's like the ladies were like, what is that? I mean, I could not contain my happiness. And I'm like, it's so adorable. So I think this is a little child. Somebody, was probably collecting postage stamps, maybe when they were a little kid, maybe part of school. I know I did that. Actually, some of the postage stamps that I have in that little container that I craft with, those were in my collection as a kid. And then my great grandmother collected them as well. There's probably some in there. I don't know if they have any value, but you know how you could go to the little book sales that would come around? Was it Scholastic book sales that would come around to your school campuses? And then you could go buy books and stuff. I bought a big container of postage stamps. Probably many of us did. And I don't know what this means. It looks like a picture of an envelope and then it says tent 5. Tent 5, tent 5. So I do not know what that means. I'm gonna blow that off. But look what they did. Oh my gosh. So they made this little handmade stamp holder. Is adorable. And I had even thought about doing this. This was a project that I had thought, oh, that would be great because it's okay the way I have them stored, but is that cute or what? And there's, of course, stamps stuck in here. What are these? These are like 2-cent stamps. They look very similar to the ones that I got at Scholastic. Look at that one. Looks like an Edison 2-cent. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's a ton in here. And they had bags too of stamps. I kind of looked at them. The one that appealed to me the most, they had $5. And there's more stamps in here that were in that little $5 bag. So I think I found the treasure. So here's the other page. Let's see. Oh, what did Diane say? Yeah, the work baskets are so good. They are really great for fussy cutting, great images. Diane says she's waiting for Doc for appointment. Oh, Diane. Yeah. We're going to have to start figuring that out for Jim this year, like next couple years. I don't like it either. I've had so many doctor's appointments, I have to say, in the last couple weeks. I don't like having all those doctor appointments. I guess one this week was for me, and then I take Benny. Benny tomorrow. I take him to the vet tomorrow for his first checkup. But yeah, the last 2 or 3 weeks, tons of doctor things, and I do not enjoy it. I don't like doing labs. I don't like having to look at what the results are on the chart thing. Oh my gosh. I don't like any of that. But everything will be good with you, Diane. It will all be good. It's not fun to do, but everything will be good. Let's see. Susie said, yeah, Scholastic, and they still do. Do they still do? Oh my gosh. That was the best. That was like the highlight of the school year. Or maybe they came multiple times. I don't know. I was all about the Scholastic. And the little magazine, the little flyer where you could go through and order stuff. Oh my gosh. And then when they would come do the live thing, maybe it was only once a year. I know, Diane. Just think, I always tell myself when I have to do those things that, especially if like it's a yearly thing, I'm gonna like, I'm checking it off. I don't have to do that again for another year. Or if it's like, whatever, like doing paperwork things, or of course taxes we have to do once a year, but finding a doctor or whatever, figuring out Medicare, Medicaid, all this stuff. Like sometimes it's like, okay, I've done it and I figured like I did it. I don't have to do it again. I always tell myself that when it's stuff like that, like I'm done. I did that thing. I did that thing. Let's see. Oh, look at, there's so many on this page. Oh, this is the one I was showing this on Leanne's thing yesterday. Look at the cows. I have not run across any stamp. Oh, that's really clear like that stamp. This is from Republica Argentina. Oh my gosh, I love these little cow stamps. I like the ones, I find a lot of stamps have men on them, which I tend to like, I guess the style of crafting. I like the ladies. I like putting ladies in like different thing. I don't know. Sometimes the men look mean. They have like kind of a mean look. And then look, they did what, just one little single down here, and it's a little short one. Isn't this cool? Let's see, we have Canadian. What are these? Italian. Oh, he's cool though. Like that's a guy, but I like that one. Like I think that has, I'm not so crazy about like these. I don't know. Or I'll put them down and then I kind of cover them up. I don't know. Are you guys like that? Is that just a me thing? Like that one. I don't know. I don't love the men as much. How many pages? These are, looks like Netherlands. Like she's beautiful. Look how pretty she is. I love that stamp. Especially, like the clusters I showed at the beginning. Like look how beautiful she is in the blue. Oh, and there's a bunch of, oh, just like the one we just used. There's a bunch of French ones in here, but this is just precious. So there's a bunch of pages. And then just even look at the ledger paper in here. So the whole rest of the thing is just this yummy, 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 beautiful ledger paper. So good. Aren't they good, Diane? I think stamps, like blue chip stamps, postage stamps like this, those are one of the things I grab. Sometimes I get a little bit out of the, I go through phases where I have so much stuff I don't think to grab them enough, but I think those stamps, postage stamps, blue chip stamps are one of my favorite things to craft with because they instantly make whatever you put it on, it just looks better, cuter. I don't know. The colors are yummy. Just having that little graphic, that's that little touch of something, and they're vintage and they're fabulous. I don't know. It's like my favorite. Me too. I had that, and I kept mine in a Pringles paper chip contain, the tube ones with the plastic top. For whatever reason, maybe my mom gave it to me. I kept mine in that, and I wish I had kept it. I mean, up until my adulthood. And then I'm like, oh, I don't need this. And I threw it away. And then I put it in bags or whatever. And I wish I had kept the Pringle container because that would have been fun. I don't know what I was thinking. So yeah, so I don't know. I'm gonna leave it like this for a while. I don't know. I have to think on it because it's so precious, but I would like to craft with some of this paper. I don't know. Maybe like see, it's not in good shape. Like these are all ripped here. This is ripped. there's probably like 10 pages here. So definitely this could come out, and then maybe I could include like this paper, or I could fix it and then use it like in a little mini journal or something. Oh, was it? Oh, let's look. I have heard her talk about her Queen Juliana in her beautiful voice. Let's see. Oh, I bet. Oh, that's probably why she's so beautiful. Yes, look it. She's so beautiful. I love the Queen Victoria ones and the Canadian ones, and I use those all the time. Oh, I bet this is. Oh, yeah, look, she's beautiful. Oh, that's even more exciting. And I know Margaret, I have never found, I bought a couple from my friend Joni of Vintagerous. I have yet to put stamps in them. Maybe that's a project we'll do some Thursday, but I bought some of the vintage ones that are the holders that are already pre-made. And I had thoughts about, okay, well, maybe I'll fill those up. Maybe I'll do them by color. Maybe that would be something fun to do together. But I know Margaret Summit Plaza, she finds them all the time because I've seen them in her halls with the, I don't know if they're ring bound. I don't know what they are, but they're really, really fabulous. They aren't the kind I have. I think I have like cardboard covers, and I feel like hers are little books that look like this that were made to hold stamps, and they're so good. I think I've looked at eBay for those, and I think they're a little bit pricey. I don't know. Anyway, those are my shares today. I have kept you guys way too long, but let's see, what is next week? What is next week? Let me look at the calendar really quick because I don't know what I'm doing next week. It's the 12th. Okay. And then Carrie and I are going to have a crafting live on the 13th for Mardi Gras. So look for that thumbnail. I'll put the thumbnail up for that by this weekend and start sharing that out. So yeah, I feel like I'm kind of done with the Valentine. I've Valentined myself out. So even though we're still ahead of Valentine's Day, I don't think we're going to do Valentine specific craft next week unless something drastically changes. I think we'll move into spring, and maybe we'll do, I don't know. What should we do? I'm thinking spring colors, pastels, things that are light and bright. I may do the little bird journal that I shared at the top. Oh no, let's do this. Next week, that's what I made. Okay, next week, this is our project. I'm already going to pull it out because I love these. So next week, we will be doing these tags with the washi tape. I love how these turned out. I don't know. I think it's nice to kind of play off of these colors a little bit. So we will be doing washi tag or washi tape tags. I may even do maybe some pockets, maybe some belly bands, but this is what we'll do next week. And again, we could probably use we'll be doing labels. We can include some of the real stamps in here as well. And we'll be going back to using up all these die cuts that I have because I have a ton of them. So I think this is what we're going to do next week. Aren't they pretty? So pretty. And these are so quick and easy. The toughest thing is I don't have a ton of washi tape, just finding the washi tape that goes together, that kind of blends together. So this is next week. Yeah, so St. Patty's Day, I also have that written down. When is St. Patrick's Day? So we'll do that. We'll do this next week. I know we talked about that, didn't we? St. Patrick's Day. That is, oh, we have a long time. So St. Patrick's Day is going to be the 17th. I'm going to write myself a note. So I want to do for sure St. Patrick's on March 12th because I'd like to do something before. And I don't know, we'll decide as if we go ahead. If we want 2 weeks of St. Patrick's Day, we could do March 5 and March 12th, but for sure, I'm going to write a question mark. For sure, I think March 12th. Because that gives people enough time. If it's something you want to try or make or do, you sort of have enough time to do it in front of, before St. Patrick's Day. Or if it's a gifty type thing or a decor type thing, I don't know. Maybe we will do 5 and 12. So that makes sense. Today's the 5th. Next week, we'll do those cute little springy tags. Carrie and I are together here. The 17th is our March vision board journal layout. So we'll be working on our March layout on the 17th. I already have the thumbnail up for that. Yeah, so we just have to decide what we're going to do the 19th and the 26th. Maybe the little bird journal will be fun because I feel like I might have to spread that over 2 weeks. It's a little bit more detailed. Yeah. I think it's going to be fun. And then, of course, we'll be all about the bunnies and the chicks and the cute stuff going into Easter. When is Easter? Easter is April 5th. So let's see. If we switch to Eastery things, we'll have the 19th, the 26th, and the 2nd. I think that's probably good, right? For Easter to have 3 weeks. I'm going to write that down. I'm not good at planning. Can you guys tell? So we would do 319 and we would do 326. And I think I may already have something. I've been trying to be better this year. So as I come up with little things, it may be things that we're doing for our weekly prompts, things like that. I've started putting them in this little bag. So it's like shocker, so that I'm a little bit prepped. Okay, so 4, 2. So 319, 326, and 4/2 will be Easter, and then who even knows? Because then we'll be past Easter. Oh, Mother's Day. We need to do a little Mother's Day. May 7. Oh, this is good. Hope this isn't boring you guys. May 7 should be something fun for Mother's Day. Maybe a little gifty thing. Yeah, so we'll just have to kind of figure out what we want to do in like April 9, 16, 23rd, 30th. I'm thinking springy, pastel, that kind of thing. I think it'll be nice. I think that's a good plan so far. Oh, Susie, how can you share pictures with us? Can you email me pictures? I would love to see that. Oh, or if you feel comfortable, and this goes without saying, anytime it doesn't even have to be a weekly prompt. If you guys have things that you've been working on that you want to share with all of us, please, please, please. It always goes without saying, post a picture on my community tab, and that way I can share with everybody. And then the following week I can share if you're comfortable with that. A lot of times people will message me. I know, Susie, you don't do Instagram, but Instagram messaging is great too if you want to send me a picture. If you want to email it to me. I love sharing everything everybody's working on. Oh, it sounds beautiful. Okay, so next, yeah. Oh my gosh, what did we decide on? Oh, we're doing this. This is what we're doing. Next week, we're doing the washi tape tags. So get your washi tape out. So we're going to work on these tags, which are just stripes of washi tape. And if you don't have washi tape, you can just use strips of paper, cardstock. I kind of like thinner if I'm doing collaging and then putting other elements on the top. I do like a little bit of a thinner paper. Let me grab, like book pages would be great, magazine pages. If you guys have any, I always keep saying Temu. I know Amazon has, but these kind of papers are great. I love using this kind of thing for background paper. So if you don't have washi tape, fear not. You can just take your scissors, you can take your paper trimmer and just cut strips. And anytime I'm collaging and I end up with strips of paper, I have kind of a long box and I just throw them in there. And then when it starts getting full, then it's time to do some collage tags, that kind of thing with the paper strips. But if you don't have washi tape, don't feel like you can't do this project. And it could be thicker too. I just kind of like this thin paper if I'm using the paper. I like the thinner stuff. And magazine pages works great for that. Book pages, that kind of thing. Yeah. So I'm going to keep these out and I'm going to put them back. So this is next week. I'll put the thumbnail up for that. And I just included little scraps of fabric. In fact, I had a shirt that I didn't grab for anymore. And so this was the lining of it. And this was actually the overlay of it. And it had the most beautiful lace, but it just didn't look good on me. It did. I don't know. It was cut. It wasn't a good cut. It wasn't super flattering. And I think the color wasn't good. It was just, I don't know. It matched my skin tone too much, I guess. So this was the outside and look how beautiful it is. So yeah, if you have clothes that are cute and you're not wearing them before you donate them, yeah, think about cutting them up. Oh, you do? Yeah, email me. Let me type it in. I'll type it in, Susie, if you want to email it, and I would love to share it because I know everybody would love to see it. Let me see. Here is my email. You know, everybody would love, 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 love. Yep, there is my email. Okay, there it is. What did Diane say? Jackie and Shadow are visiting the nest and bringing sticks. Oh, I hope so too. That was so heartbreaking, Diane. Oh my gosh. It's so sad, but I think that's promising. They know and sense things that we don't know. So I think that's a super positive sign. I haven't watched them this week since we got Betty, the new little baby. He's been taking up a lot of our time and lavishing extra love on Cha-Cha, making sure he's comfortable and he's feeling loved on. So yeah, we've been all kitty stuff here. I could have. It would have been really nice. Like, yeah, tea dyed, or dyed in another color, but it was one of those things. And frankly, I don't wear like a lot of lacy things. I felt like it was kind of a special occasion thing. Although I don't know, I probably could have rocked it under a jean jacket or something, but it was one of those tops and it was thrifted. So I didn't buy it new. I bought it at a thrift store and I would grab it and I would put it on and I was like, nah, you know, and then I take it off and hang it up. So it was one of those, but I got a lot of really great material out of it. And I think it's really pretty. It's kind of like an applique. This is just a strip that I cut off of a larger piece. I have quite a bit of it. And then look how pretty that is. And that looks so pretty back behind this die cut. I think and then here was the topper that I used the other part. So yeah. Oh, good, Susie. I can't wait. I can't wait to share. Let me write that down for next week. Next week, Oh, look at, I even have my, I have my nail file down here. So next week, if you email it to me, share Susie's email. I'm so excited. Awesome. That'll be fun. Maybe they'll give us some inspiration too for St. Patty's Day. Awesome. Okay, friends. I know I've kept you way too long. Okay, yeah, I think I covered everything. Here, let me see. Let me see if I don't look too crazy. I'll say goodbye. I'll say goodbye. And I will share pictures of the new cabinet. I'll post some pictures of Benny online. Yeah. It was a good week. It was a good day. Okay, bye everybody. I love you guys. Love you guys a lot, and I will see you in the chats.